You absolutely do not have to feel obligated to say yes to everything that everybody asks of you. Saying yes too often is going to lead to unwanted feelings like anxiety, depression, stress, sometimes even anger and resentment, all of which we very much want to avoid for our overall well-being. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Today I want to talk about saying yes too often. Saying yes too often is not good, okay? Like saying yes sometimes, I'm not saying go say no to your boss or your work or, your school. Like you can't, within reason, you can't say no all the time, but you can say no in certain situations. Like if you have friends or family, let's say you have a prior obligation. I see this a lot too. And I used to do this. Let's say you have a prior obligation, something you were really looking forward to doing, something that you know is important to you, but like if you miss it, wouldn't be the end of the world. But it was still important to you, okay? And I'm going to give an example. I have competed in video games, so I have had competitions on the weekends. Sometimes I would do this, okay? Now, let's say somebody asks you for help, and you have this obligation, and it's right through that match that you're about to play. And you say, you feel bad, so you say yes to them because they're a best friend of yours. You always want to help them. You can't say no to them. And now you said yes, you feel good temporarily for a couple minutes, and then you start to think to yourself, man, now I'm going to have to miss the match. I'm going to let my team down. I was really looking forward to, the tournament. I was really looking forward to the tournament. And I've done this to myself multiple times. I've said yes so often without, you know what happens? All that happens is I stress myself out. I get anxious. And sometimes I get irritable. And that irritation carries on through the task that you're doing, that you said yes to with your friend. And it happens, okay? And they might just be like, well, you just say, oh, it's not, I don't know, I have a bad day or whatever. And you basically lie to them about it. But they know. They know something's going on, even if you say that there's not. Now, what you could do, and this, let's talk about being on the receiving end. Let's say, not the receiving end, the asking end, the giving end, whatever. With the person who asks for help, think about it for a second. If you ask somebody for help, your best friend or something, and they say, oh, I would love to, I'm very, very sorry, but I have this thing, I've signed up for, I have this tournament that I'm supposed to play in, so I can't really make that day work, but maybe I can help you another day, right? Let's say that happened to you. How upset would you be? Your best friend saying that to you. Would you be offended? Would you think your best friend was just being an asshole and just be like, oh, well, this best friend of mine just doesn't like me, obviously? No, you would not. No, you would not. So think about it for a second. So if you're thinking, which I used to think like this, if you're thinking your friend's gonna be offended, or whoever it is asking you to do something, and you say no, they're gonna be offended. And if they are offended, or they think you're being a bully or a jerk or whatever, that person probably, you should reevaluate, may not be worth your time. Okay, take that with a grain of salt. But negative people like that, really, you got to cut those people out. But realistically speaking, they're not going to hold a grudge against you. Maybe they're temporarily salty, for that day, be like, oh, I wish you could help me. That stinks. I don't really have, you're the last resort, whatever. But it's it's not the end of the world. They're going to get it figured out. All these people get whenever they have to do something, they get it figured out. Okay. And just like you probably have in the past, you get it figured out when people say no to you. Now, so you have to realize, I just realized how dark I got in here. You have to realize that it is okay to say no sometimes. And again, I'm not saying say no to your boss. I'm not saying say no to school and all this other stuff. I'm saying within reason, think about the things that are important to you. Say no sometimes. You do not have to be the person who says yes all the time. It's going to drive you nuts, okay? It's going to drive that anxiety, that potential depression. It's going to drive the anger and potential resentment. We don't want any of that. Okay. If you have anything to add, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get the conversation started. Hit that like button, helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and I hope to see you in my next video. Later, dreamers.